Esther sought the king's help by showing him the evil. She showed him the evil. For my people and I have been sold to those who would kill, slaughter, and annihilate us. When we can't do anything to stop it, we can name it before the King of Kings. We can bring it into his courtroom, say, Judge, here's the file. And he says, thank you, I won't lose it. I know what to do with this. So that means, guys, just in prayer, we actively are saying stuff like, God, this isn't right. Please deal with this. You're not just worrying about it. You're not just posting something about it. You're saying, God, King of Kings, you alone have the authority to do something I can't do. Would you do something or cause the people that have authority to do the right thing? Lord, this hurts and it feels unfair. I don't like it that I see this group or this person going through this difficult time. It seems unjust. I can't change it, but God, you could, and I'm willing to stand in the gap and ask and pray, protect those that are being hurt. God, you see it. Will you please fix it? And can we do that again and again and again throughout this week, throughout this month, throughout these years, throughout the time that you're on planet Earth? Can you see the injustices and say, I don't have a lot of power. I'm not a big deal, but my God is a big deal, and he has all the power. And I want to throw in my hat with him. I want to be one of the ones that was found on this earth in this generation faithfully saying, God, here, put the power here, fix this here. I want to be one of the ones. Here's a quote that's attributed to Abraham Lincoln, which means we can't find a primary source, but secondary sources, a lot of them say he said it. Sounds like something he would say, so here we go. During the darkest times of the Civil War, he said, I have been driven many times upon my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to go. I'm going to God. God alone can get us out of this situation. Teenagers, young people, you sometimes, I know you're going to feel like, my parents ain't listening. They don't understand. They're not going to do anything. You know who will listen? God will listen. God will hear you. Yeah, okay, they're not hearing you. Talk to God about it. Get God behind you. Get God, he knows about it, but tell him what you think about it. God hears it. People that maybe you don't have a lot of influence in the organization. I know that it seems like I can't get through. There's so much red tape. Tell God about it. Ask God, maybe I'm here for a reason. Maybe I was raised up here for such a time as this. Maybe that's why all this is happening. So I could ask for God to do something about this. And it seems like, why would God care about this weird, stupid thing on the third floor of this office building? Because he does, because God cares. So ask him, get him in on it. Maybe it means that you and I will be one of the ones that says, instead of whining about what the generation behind us is doing, or what those little yipper snappers are doing, instead of that, instead of whining and complaining, maybe we say, I'm gonna fast once a week for this generation. I'm gonna say, God, do stuff in this generation way greater than you did in my generation at all. In generations, in decades. God, I'm praying you do something amazing through this generation. Maybe they just need our help. Maybe they just need our prayer. Maybe they just need somebody behind them saying, I'm believing for the power of God through you people. Go, do it. Here's the why, my friends. Sometimes we're all Esther and we can bring the king our petitions, but all the time, we're really all Haman. That's the secret of the book of Esther. I didn't want to tell you at first. You and I are the bad guy. All humankind is the bad guy. And what I mean by that is we all want to be in charge. Do you notice how Haman just wants to be in charge? He wants to be the guy that's important. He wants to be the guy running stuff. And he gets to the different points where he doesn't care who it hurts. He just wants to be the guy that gets to say at the end of the day. And all of us have different maybe measures of that, but we've all got it. Even just the fact that the reason you and I disobey God is because we want to be in charge. That's why. There's a little Haman in all of us, but thankfully there's a King of Kings that is more generous and gracious than Xerxes is. He's way more sane too. His name is Jesus Christ, and he's the only one worthy of being in charge. He's the only one worthy of being in charge of us, in charge of our world, in charge of our friends, in charge of anything.